review of today's lesson. So that was lesson 2.1.3, and we were introduced this new tool called an expression mat. And some students were having a challenge understanding why there are so many multiple ways to show a same amount. So I want to take a step back and go over numbers that you're really comfortable with, and hopefully building this tool up will allow us to explore much more complex expressions with many terms and many different variables. So let's start with something we know, positive 3 and negative 3. So I'm going to drag 3 over here, and it's in the positive region. So this is positive 3. The opposite of positive 3 is negative 3. So to show that, I can do that. Okay, but there's more than one way to show this. So I'm going to go back to positive 3 now. I can also show positive 3 by using this side. And when I move these to the opposite side, I am now moving this to the negative region. To keep this equivalent to positive 3, I need to flip those tiles around. So I've got the opposite of negative 3. So that's going to be the same thing as if I put them back and flip them around. That's the same as positive 3. Okay, now let's jump back to negative 3. Let's find an equivalent way to show negative 3. So I'm going to use the negative region, and if I want to use the negative region, when I move them down here, I've got to flip them. So this is negative 3. Okay, let's get a little more complicated and let's use variables. So this time I'm going to show positive 2x and negative 2x. Those are opposites. So here's positive 2x. To show the opposite, change them to negative. Okay, and there's more than one way to show it on an expression mat, so now I'm going to show another way. So back to being positive 2x, and if I'd like to show that a different way, I could move it, but then I have to flip it. So the opposite of negative 2x is positive 2x. And if I have negative 2x, hi Tony, I'm recording a video, so don't mind me. If I have negative 2x in the positive region, I can show it another way by moving it down here and flipping them to the other sign. So this would also be negative 2x. Okay, so now we're going to get even more complicated and do the problem from part B today, which was the opposite of y minus 2. So when I first showed you guys this one, I said pretend this first negative sign isn't there. So you're just going to show positive y minus 2. So positive y minus 2. Now if I want the opposite of that, which is what this sign is showing us, I could just move it down here. This is the opposite of y and negative 2. So this is one possibility. Another possibility is I could have this back over here, but then it'd be flipped. And this is negative y, and you'll notice this is the opposite of negative 2. So I could also move these up by flipping it. So negative y plus 2 is equivalent to the opposite of y and the opposite of negative 2. Okay, hopefully this video helps.